December 31st, 2019, or as inventory at this price remains. So why not give kids an early Christmas present and secure tickets to the greatest sports shows in all of Canada? Tickets go to bcrugby.com or bcrugby.com/fan7.
I'm Chris Asmus here with you in commentary, and welcome to the final of 3 age grade championship matches. We were treated to the under 15 match at 1:30 this afternoon. The James Bay Athletic Association with a big 41-5 win over Abbotsford. In the under 17 division at 3:30, saw the James Bay Athletic Association in their second match of the day, winning that game over Capilano Rugby Club. And here we're treated to a fantastic under 19 final between the Vancouver Barbarians and the Castaway Wanderers. The new kids on the block, Vancouver Barbarians, led by Director of Rugby Evan Sholnick and head coach Clint Lemkes and Pat Zuck, have brought a high-energy, positive brand of rugby to the competition this season, with players from 4 different municipalities. The Barbs have been the team to beat in the Lower Mainland this season. After gutting out a tough win over James Bay, Oak Bay's Castaway Wanderers, affectionately known as C-Dub, have carried the torch at this level the past 3 seasons. With several returning players from last year's finals, CW look to continue a proud tradition of development and success at this level and beyond. And remember that all junior and mini members of BC Rugby can purchase reduced rate passes of the 2020 HSBC Canada Sevens on March 7th and 8th in Vancouver. This promotion offers general admission tournament passes for the whole weekend for just $67. Don't delay. The offer is available on a first-come, first-served basis and will expire on December 31st, or as inventory remains. Why not treat the kids to an early Christmas present and secure them tickets to one of the greatest sporting shows in all of Canada? Go to bcrugby.com/C7s promo to purchase your passes right now. BC Rugby supports Charlie's Journey. On May 22nd, 2019, a family in the BC Rugby upside down. Trevor Pollock of the Castaway Wanderers and his wife Jory were informed that their daughter Charlie was diagnosed with CLN2 Batten disease. BC Rugby is hoping to raise awareness and donations to assist the family in Charlie's ongoing care during the junior club finals. We're also incredibly lucky to have Charlie and her family with us here at Westhill Stadium today, and delighted that Charlie will be delivering the ball for the final match of the game today. Please take a moment to read Charlie's story and support the Pollock family through their GoFundMe page of Charlie's Journey. More information at gofundme.com/Charlie's Journey.
Samuel Stells, number 3, Jimmy Kinnear, number 4, Leo Rudzicki, number 5, Jasper Van Wilderen,
The Barbarians today have a
number
bunch of
6,
threats
Zachary
in the
Oldham,
forwards
number
and in the
7,
backs.
Thomas Foote,
The
number
front row,
8,
Owen
Lewis
Disher, Samuel
Jones, number
Stetson
9,
and
Filippo
Jimmy
Val,
Kinnear,
number 10, Caleb
along with Leo
Chambers,
Rutsey and Jasper
number 11,
Van
Samuel Batson,
in the tight 5.
number 12,
Create a lot of
Paulie
options,
Stanford,
hard carries,
number
and use
13,
play.
Andrew
Zachary Oldham,
Duguay,
Thomas Foote, and
number
Lewis Jones
14, Blas
have been
Benoit,
standouts in the loose
number
and
15,
threats
Andrew
every time
Cooper.
they get over the ball. The halfback combination of Filippo Valle and Caleb Chalmers have been consistent as they all have all year and offer a variety of attacking threats using forwards and backs. The outside backs, Samuel Baston and Blaise Benoit, as well as Andrew Cooper, will look to cover, counterattack, and play in the true Barbarian style. Tommy Sanford and Leandre Pluvier in the centers look to shore up the big carries. Off the bench, Ike Ortega, Josh Berry, Kai Christensen, Zach Scardino, Manny Bella, Danny Lynn, Vinay Shiv, Andrew Bond, Joey Fokakela, and Louis Veneris. For the hometown Castaway Wanderers, at loosehead prop, Carson Phillips. His prop partner, Dave Mallard at tight head, has been a standout all season for the CW. Alex McCallum at hooker. William Payne-Jones in jersey 5, and Toby Wooten in jersey 4 in the second row. Brendan Tatley, assistant captain, at number 6. Owen Smith at open side. Matt Krimchuk backs down the starting line. Luka Jurikovic and Spencer Hoffman. Combination with Alex Glasgow, Isaac Olsen, Jack Batoni, Evan Torre, Nick Bamford. Off the bench, Jordan Talbot, Gabe White, Richard Tolstrup, Marshall Stove, Lee Balsam, Francesco Chini, Gavin Coughlin. Just moments away, today's referee, out of Victoria, Max Fred, assisted ably by transplanted Saskatchewan man Cole Petrick and veteran BC Premier League referee Kevin Smith.
Please welcome to the field the Vancouver Barbarians and Castaway Wanderers. Along with Charlie Pollock, who will be presenting the game ball.
The lights are on, the coffee's warm, and here we are at Westhill Stadium. Twilight Championship Final, U19. Charlie Pollock onto the field to deliver the ball to our match referee today, Max Friend.
All donations will support the family's financials directly. Tell cops that they have encouraged to provide the best medical support possible for Charlie.
Castaway Wanderers in the blue, white, and red stripes will be kicking off left to right. The Vancouver Barbarians are in the traditional Barbarians black and white hoops, going right to left on your screen. Teams share their last messages, get together, and here we go, spread out for the kickoff. Left to right on your screen, the Castaway Wanderers. Spenny Hoffman looking to hoist the ball into the night sky. Hoffman, it does have the added benefit of having a few 6-footers to kick to in that CW loose forward pack. Electing to go with a mid-range kick, straight up the middle. Taken well and calmly by Jasper Van Vrienden. Early penalty for tackler not releasing. Important that Max Friend sets the stage for the players today at the breakdown, making sure they understand exactly what's expected of them so we can generate good quick ball and see some good attacking rugby from these young athletes. Failing to miss touch, however, CW get the opportunity to counteract straight away. Jack Batani hits it up. Hoffman finds his forwards in midfield. Held up well by Lewis Jones in the tackle. Great line speed coming in for the Barbarian. A great tip-on pass, however, by Castaways. Oh, what an offload off the floor. Just in a touch, however, are the Castaway Wanderers. Early line-out throw to Vancouver Barbarians just on the CW side of halfway. Stetzel will look in to throw in the line out. Ball comes off the top from the middle jumper. Big Lewis Jones into the fray for the first time today. Quick ball available for Filippo Valle. Right around halfway. Second penalty in quick succession. Tackler not releasing is the call from Max Friend. Just sending a quick message to make sure those Castaway Wanderer players are on the same page. And we do like to play quickly at this level, and just as the penalty was awarded, the ball was thrown away cheekily by a CW defender. So the referee rightly marches them back another 10 meters, giving the Barbarians an opportunity to get on the front foot with a line out 10 meters from the CW line. Showing another 5-man line out. Lewis Jones lurking in the number 8 jersey at first receiver. We know where this first phase is going. Right into Jones. He's got support. Quick ball available for Valle. Valle gets it out to Caleb Chambers. Caleb Chambers spilled out the back. Ball still available for the Barbarians. And not supporting his own weight was Matt Klimchuk. Not quite getting it right, going for the turnover off the loose possession from the Barbarians. And the decision to go for points may be on offer for the Barbarians. Yes, the T is on the field, and uncharacteristically for teams with the Barbarians name, they will go for the 3 points, but this is knockout rugby, ladies and gentlemen. Every point counts, and you need to take the points when they're on offer, especially against tenacious defenders like these men in stripes today. Lining it up just to the left of the 15-meter mark is Tommy Sanford. Right foot kicker from his preferred side. Simple run up, one quick glance at the poles. And he's pushed it away to the right. And CW decide to run it out of their own in goal. Held up in the tackle. They need to fight to get the ball to the ground here. Maul calls referee Friend. And with that, the Barbarians have won a turnover. Unplayable at the Maul is the call from Max Friend. Scrum to the Barbarians. Prime attacking opportunity for the Barbarians right on the right side. On the 15-meter hash mark, 5 meters from the line. Lewis Jones packing down at number 8. Might have a look at that large blind. Only one defender out there. Hint of an early push from both sides, so referee Friend decides to reset. Very important that the referee work with the players to set up a stable platform before the ball is fed in. So both teams that have an opportunity to compete. Great scrum from the men in red and blue stripes. Ball goes out the back, however. Bounce pass collected by Sam Baston. Still with the Barbarians on the 5-meter line. Chambers deputizing at halfback. CW gets to the ball in numbers. Big counter-ruck effort. And they come away with possession. Excellent turnover and scoop up by Matt Klimchuk, atoning for his early penalty he gave away. CW look to set up a platform, and through the left boot of Spenny Hoffman find us the safety of the touchline, just beyond the CW 22. Not off the hook yet, prime attacking position for the Vancouver Barbarians, just outside the 22 with an attacking lineout. They go with the 5-man again. And once again, Lewis Jones lined up at first receiver. They go to the big number 8 once again. This time shifts the point of attack, pulls the ball out to the right. Big 2-on-1 out in the corner. Decides to keep the ball over. The Barbarians have scored the first try of the 2019 U19 final. Tom Sanford in on the right side of the post. Everyone was expecting Lewis Jones to take it to the line as he did 3 previous times, shifting the point of the attack, pulling the ball out to the right. Great bit of skills, great patience, and great work rate from the outside backs. Gave the CW defenders too much to deal with on that side of the field. Chambers lines up the conversion, giving the CW defending champions a chance to regroup. At this pace and intensity, we are in for one heck of a final, folks. No mistake from Chambers, bringing the score to 7-0 Vancouver Barbarians.
Let's go, Matt!
Hoffman looking to restart and get CW back on the front foot. A low, deep restart. Collected quickly and into the line with ferocity is Zachary Oldham. Oldham presents quickly on the right foot. Chambers finds a bit of space under heaps of pressures, but he does well, does Nick Bamford. Bamford bundled into touch. The Barbs look to go quickly to get their hands on the ball. Line out, says the referee. They waste no time. They form the 5-man right away. Hitting the big carrier, Lewis Jones, first phase. Jones does well. Quick ball. Valle delivers wide. Good flat cutout ball. Andrew Cooper. And into the corner. Try awarded. Try number 2. Barbarians on top. 12-0 conversion to come.
Number 11.
Try for the Vancouver Barbarians by number 11, Samuel Batson.
Batson getting up with the ball.
Conversion to come.
Getting his name on the score sheet. 9 minutes into the contest. 35-minute halves today we play at the under-19 level, which is the most minutes per half permissible for player welfare. Should we be tied by the end of regulation at the second half, there is the option of 2 5-minute sudden death periods. First team to score would win. Tom Sanford lines it up from the left side. 3 meters from the touchline. Very simple, no-nonsense approach to kicking from this young man. Away to the left this time. Score stays at 12.
The score is
Nothing
nothing Barbarians.
Hoffman looking to get his team back on the front foot. They go short this time. Not the required 10 meters, unfortunately. Free kick to the Barbarians. Of course, a law variation brought in last year across the country in the age grade leagues designed to keep ball in play. So instead of the scrum or re-kick option, unsuccessful kickoffs are given as free kicks. running from the free kick. Sanford carries hard, but over the ball, almost pinched by Klimchuk. Big contest. Barbarians are forced to commit numbers. Lewis Jones deputizes at halfback. Simple run-up runners for now from the Barbarians, weathering the storm of the CW defense. Valley decides to go wide. Clovier just losing the ball in contact. CW will have to put it in the scrum. Possession's been few and far between for the CW men. They'll look to take advantage. 10 meters on the side of their own half. Showing 5 players over to the right. Leaving the fullback over on the left just to keep that last defender as close to the touchline as possible and open up space for his teammates. Good solid scrum from CW. Taken from the base by Matt Klimchuk. Klimchuk lays back. Jurakovic serves it up for Hoffman. Hoffman straightens the line himself. Forwards are a little slow to get to the breakdown, but well done to Talius to get over the ball and make a good cleanup. Big carry comes in from Toby Wu. To Talius, takes it on himself. Left hand out the back pass. Big contest at the breakdown. No clear release in the tackle, says Max Friend. Pardon me. Penalty for holding on. Yes, it was a good effort to get over the ball. Holding on is the call, as the arriving player from Barbarians was adjudged to be able to lift the ball, if not for the actions of the ball carrier. Looking to relieve some pressure of the Barbarians. Peels on up. Valley peels off about 8 meters. Line out throw well into their own half. Jones shows, goes wide. Really exploiting those wide channels of the Barbarians, stretching this C-dub defense. Little pass doesn't quite go to hand. Didn't touch it in the face. Goes Batson, line out to CW. Prime attacking real estate here for the men from Oak Bay. Five-man lineout. Going to the middle, but a miscommunication. Fortunately for CW, coming up with a ball from a handling error from the Barbarians. Hoffman feeds on. Good, flat, hard line from Matt Klimchuk, supporting his fly half. Under a bit of pressure, we'll go back to the original infringement. Knock on from the line out. CW will have the feed into the scrum. Scrum holds firm for CW. Just a slip on the tight end side. Max Flynn forced to reset as the ball wasn't available. Quick word with the CW tight head and the Barb's loose head from Max Flynn here. Quick ball available for CW. Bit of a loose pass thrown into Velasco. Velasco isolated under pressure, penalized for holding on. Valle wastes no time. Quick tap display started to create away. Big counter ruck in from Toby Wu, but Lewis Jones cleans up at the base. Direct running from Leo Rutsky. Rutsky not able to get the ball back to his team. Penalty for holding on. Interesting option in the middle of the field, going for the scrum. Obviously wanting to exploit the attacking space either direction. Ask questions of the Barbarians' defense. Barbarians will look to pressurize this CW scrum.
They're set pretty wide, hey?
Buy some time and space for their defensive teammates. Scrum's not quite stable. Referee decides to reset. There does seem to be a lack of space on this near side. Both props not wanting to give each other an inch. Often the key to a stable scrum, right at the buying phase, is having enough space for both props to get their heads, hips, and shoulders in the right space before they get the ball in. Barbarians put the scrum under a bit of pressure. Taken by Klipchuk in any case, gets over the game line. Not early enough to release the tackle were the Barbarians. Penalty for C-Dub reconsiders the scrum option. Up to the line out. 10 meters into the Barbarians' half. Six forwards walking up to the line. Two pods of three, they go to the front. Stolen! Excellent work on the ground to get in front of the CW jumper from the Barbarians. Ball goes loose, but it's lost forward off of Barbarian's hand. Scrum, CW. Despite the loss of the lineout, CW picked up 6 or 7 meters and now have an attacking scrum on the right side of the field. Ball comes back quickly. Hoffman throws a flat ball, doesn't go to hand. It's picked up by a Barbarians defender. Knock on advantage, says the referee. Back in the pocket, Caleb Chambers. Good distance on that kick, just outside the 22. Nick Bamford forced to deal with it. Bamford does well, stands up in the tackle, throws an offload. Toby Wu gets his team on the front foot, as he's been doing for years. Jurakovic gets to the breakdown. Flat ball into Owen Smith. Owen Smith does well, gets over the gain line. Quick ball available for Jurakovic again. Jurakovic hits Toby Wu on the inside line. Ball spilt. Swept up by the Barbarians and they go wide. No advantage going back to the first knock on from CW as the ball was just spilt by Felico Valle. Good intent by both sides trying to use the width of the field. The late offloads and placements aren't quite accurate yet. But once these teams get a grip on that, we're in for quite the show. Scrum just to the right of the post, midfield. Barbarians look to launch their attack. Referee not happy with the space between the two front rows. Neither team willing to give up a quarter at scrum time. Big push coming in from C-Dub. Swept up to the back by Jones. Valet finds Plovier. Fights to stay in field, but unsuccessful. Line out throw to C-Dub. Castaway Wanderers will launch their attack 15 meters in their defensive half. Handling conditions are slightly more difficult than they were this afternoon. The temperature has dropped here. There's a dew that's formed on the ground, on the ball. This has been greasy. High shot coming in from the Barbarians. Time off, says the referee. We could be looking at a 14-player situation. 12 has been sent off for the high tackle. Yellow card, 7 minutes in the bin for Tommy Sanford. Wasting no time. Spenny Hoffman getting his team going straight away through the quick tap. C-Dub looking to maximize the extra space. And another spilled ball. Offside, however, from the Barbarians. Another quick tap. Looking to tire out the 14-man Barbarians. Jurkovic out to the right. Big collision. But well fended off by Spenny Hoffman. Jurkovic has those to the right, goes left. Owen Smith. Good work to get over the gain line and free. It's onto the tackle. The offload goes loose. But another high shot has come in. Referee Froon will have a word here. Penalty only they call, but again, two high tackles in quick succession. Referee Froon has put the Vancouver Barbarians on notice. World Rugby's high tackle framework, very clear when it comes to head and neck contact. All sanctions, of course, designed with player welfare in mind. C-Dub elect to go with their split six-man line out once again. McCallum throws to the back. Tap back, but stolen by Lewis Jones. A thorn in the side of C-Dub so far in these opening 25 minutes. Big carry from Leo Rudsky. Back in the pocket. Valet finds Chambers. Chambers give it right back up the gut. Nice little delay pass from Bamford. Strong carry from Isaac Olsen. On they go, CW into the attacking 22. Toby Wu looks to straighten. Tackler too slow to roll away. Max Fern plays advantage. William Jones over the gain line. C-Dub playing with penalty advantage. Again over the gain line. Through the pick and go this time. Quick pick right. Penalty for not rolling away. Turning pressure into penalties. C-Dub have ascended to the front foot in the last 5 minutes. information coming in from assistant referee Kevin Smith. And a bit of a shot off the ball. Thomas Foote sees yellow. He'll be off for 7 minutes. Down to 13 men, the Barbarians. Their discipline has to get better. Otherwise, they can find themselves under pressure in the closing stages of this first half. CW, quick tap, go to the left side. The ball looks to have been stolen. Lost forward, right on the goal line. Not off the hook yet. Barbarians have the feed into their own scrum on the 5-meter line. CW will look to pressure. Maybe sniff out a turnover. Of course, at this level, both sides must have even numbers in the scrum. Making life very difficult at the base. Lewis Jones, who normally packs down at 8, is forced to pack down at flanker, leaving Filippo Valle without an 8 to protect him at the base of the scrum. He'll have to be quick, accurate, and precise. Caleb Chambers waiting in the pocket. Ball goes into the scrum. Messy ball for Valle, spilled. Knocked on by the Barbarians, swept up by CW, but a second knock on came in from CW, which will still give them the scrum. But the Barbarians were very close to conceding their first try of the afternoon. Double knock on, explains referee Freund. Fantastic attacking position. However, with no number 8 to pick from, Jurakovic has to do it himself from the base with the 7-man scrum. CW loading up that 10-12 channel, taking advantage of the fact that they have an extra player in the back line due to matching numbers at scrum time. Klimchuk is lining up just to the right of his number 10, Spenny Hoffman. Slip comes in from the tight end prop, Dave Mallard. The teams will reset. Valle watching his opposite number closely. Looks to have been lost forward. No, backward, says the referee. Jurakovic manages to survive the pressure. Great scrum from the Barbarians. Just lost forward on the floor, however. The scrum put in will be to the Vancouver Barbarians. Going wide from their own half. The chip over the top doesn't quite go to hand. Evan Tarrant tears it upfield. Jurkovic, just a miscue on the floor. Knock on from CW, giving the ball back to the Barbarians in the scrum. Well, it was exciting stuff from inside their own 5-meter line from the Barbarians. Clever chip into space. playing 2 men short. Evan Torrent almost turned that ingenuity into points for CW. Barbarians will have to be careful here. Playing short. Big scrum comes in from CW. Filippo Valle able to scramble possession. Good leg drive to get over the gain line from Plavier. Lewis carrying hard. Ball turned over. Brilliant work on the ground from Klimchuk. Gets the big left hand going as well. Inside step and the offload from Owen Smith. Dave Mallard secures the ball. And not getting to his feet before he played the ball was Caleb Chambers. Penalty for not rolling away. CW will have a penalty kick right on halfway. Spenny Hoffman goes cross field, lost forward. Jack Petoni just missing out on the opportunity. Noticing that the Barbarians were a little bit flat-footed on that penalty kick, they decided they wanted to go to the cross-field kick instead of the conventional kick to touch. No shortage of creativity from both sides. Both coaches might have a thing or two to say at halftime, but it's entertaining stuff nonetheless. Valle. Getting Sanford, who's standing over at 10 and being slightly closer. Quick tap, free kick for an early push from CW. Barbarians up over the 10-meter line. Contest comes in from Mallard. Barbarians survive. Show and go, step! That's Tommy Sanford on the 5-meter line. Brilliant offload! Filippo Valle! Valle, he's in! Try number 3, Vancouver Barbarians, 17-0, conversion to come.
Try by the Vancouver Barbarians, number 9, Filippo Valle. Conversion to come.
What a time to score. 30 seconds from halftime. Sanford with an opportunity to stretch the lead out to 19 points. This CW team's been right in it every step of the way, but the bounce of the ball has favored the Barbarians thus far. Conversions pushed out to the right.
Conversion is no good. The score is now 17 to nothing for the Vancouver Barbarians.
Just enough time for the restart, says referee Freund. Conversion goes short. This time it goes the required 10 meters. Oh, just short. Some assistance from Petrick on that one for referee Freund. And again, it's a free kick in age grade rugby across the country at U17, U19, U15 levels. Any kick that does not go the required 10 meters results in a free kick to the receiving team. The idea behind this variation is to keep the ball in play for a longer period of the time and have fewer stoppages. Barbarians discussing their options, decide to tap and go right. Valle finds his favorite target, Lewis Jones, pardon me. Big carry comes in from the Barbarians, looking for the left. They're not done at 17 points. CW looking to get their hands on the ball here. Hoffman not quite doing enough to get there. Lewis Jones takes 2 men to bring him down. Valet moves the ball to the midfield. However, the game has to be stopped. An injured player was directly in the path between the defense and the attack. That should bring us to halftime. And our score, Barbarians 17, CW.
Halftime score is 17-0 for the Vancouver Barbarians.
Here with Pacific Pride player Brock Gallagher. Brock, it's been an exciting year, obviously a rejuvenated Pacific Pride program. We have a bunch of Pride alumni here. Ken Goodlin, I see, is down at field level. But again, talking about the new generation, how's being in a daily training environment different from playing club rugby just a year ago?
Well, Chris, it's quite a big jump. You know, if you're not used to it, it definitely kind of takes a toll on yourself. But like, I think the biggest thing is like, it kind of like teaches you like the discipline of being a proper, real like professional athlete is. You know, it takes you through the pathway of like what you have to do on a daily lift, daily training session. Like, you can't just like, you know, take time and just like be slow, because you got to just take care of your body all the time, and it's just keeps you like really disciplined as a player.
Yeah. So you mentioned using time. So obviously time, the number one enemy for any athlete. But what are your teammates, and obviously you've built some strong connections with this group, seeing your teammates work. They've been with us all day, you know, collecting balls, doing public address announcing, and helping us set up this event. What do you do as a group when you're not on the training field?
Well, we try our best. You know, a lot of us live in the different parts of the city, but we try our best to keep each other on cue with everything. We like to go on pool sessions. We have the opportunity to go to pools with our access cards, with being a part of this program. So we always try to do recovery together on Wednesdays, even sometimes just going for a classic, just coffee run together, you know, just trying to stay in touch as much as we can, because the last thing we want is cliques to form and like odd one groups, another group, and all that. We always want to stay one big unit, and that's one thing Jamie's really distilled into all of us is being kind of like a family. That's what the biggest thing is.
That off-field piece is huge. And again, best of luck to your teammates and you for the rest of the season. What about for Brock Gallagher? Obviously, the Pride program's fantastic, but it's designed to be a stepping stone to the next level. What are your aspirations? Where do you see yourself after exiting this program?
I'm not to be like too confident with myself, but like I've been around for a while with all programs from U18s to U20s to now this and all that. Had opportunities to train with the World Cup squad and the 7th squad to Peru. I'm just hoping to just get solidified if it's 7s or 15s. I've had a couple conversations and like being able to send game film to a couple of teams in the MLR, but you know, see how it goes. I'm still really young, lots of opportunity to growth, and hopefully after this year and be back for next year, really improve not just as a player but as a person.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like all the options are open. Well, fantastic. Brock Gallagher, thanks again for joining us.
Cheers, Chris.
And I'm looking forward to the second half of rugby.
Perfect. Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Thanks. Welcome back for the second half of the third and final Boys Club Championship game. This is the U19 Club Championship game. Previously, we saw the U17 James Bay Athletic Association on top against the Capilano Rugby Club. And to kick off the day, we had the Under 15 Championship with the James Bay Athletic Association beating out the Abbotsford Rugby Football Club. Here we have on your left of your screen the Vancouver Barbarians in the black and white stripes. On the right, in red and blue stripes, the Castaway Wanderers from right here on Vancouver Island, close by Oak Bay. Underway with a deep kickoff just outside the 22. Ball goes to ground. Play on, says the referee. Finding a small seam through the ruck. CW on the front foot. Options left and right. Tackle behind the gain line. Good work from the Barbarians to neutralize that turnover ball. CW, however, finding another seam. Big carry coming in from Matt Klimchuk, getting his team back on the front foot. Errant pass comes in from Jurakovic, pardon me. Scooped up well by CW. Better delivery this time from Jurakovic. Jurakovic finds his forwards. Flat ball intended for Dave Mallard. Knocked backwards by the Barbarians. It's play on. Fortunate not to come away with an intercepted pass there. CW hang on to the pill. Coming from depth is Matt Klimchuk over the halfway line. Quick pick and go from Isaac Olsen. Olsen lays it back for Jurakovic. On to Spenny Hoffman. Spenny Hoffman goes himself. Support comes in a little bit late. CW still able to hang on to position. Finding a soft shoulder is Owen Smith over the 22. Good work along the ground from Smith to get quick ball. And there's the danger man from close range, Toby Wu. Wu gets over the gain line. Jurkovic feeds out. Olsen gets the bend going. Big contest on the ground. Turnover ball. Barbarians survive the CW onslaught. Not out of jail yet. They look to secure possession and gain some much needed territory. Ball stays in the field of play, allowed to bounce. Nick Bamford collects himself and collects the ball. 10 meters inside the Barbarians' half. Jurkovic finds a streaking Owen Smith. Jurkovic finding Toby Wu, unfortunately spilling the ball out of the right hand. Knock on into touch. Barbarians will have the option, line out or scrum. Electing to go with the line out in their own half. Slightly less secure option. But obviously with their danger man at first receiver in the form of Lewis Jones, Barbarians will look to go with what's familiar. Free kick awarded to the CW, not straight throw. Again, in the age grade variations, any line out infringement that's not foul play is a free kick to save time and promote ball and play time for the players. Slight miscue on the ground, knocking the ball forward. RCW. Barbarians will have to put into the scrum 50 meters inside their own half, in the middle of the field. Luka Jurkovic takes his leave. Jordan Talbot coming in jersey 16. As the forward set up for the scrum, CW will look to put as much pressure as they can on this Barbarians put in. Ball secured at the back. Valley off the right foot. Well-placed kick, and no option but to run into touch was Nick Bamford, giving the line out back to the Barbarians on the attacking side. Barbarians waste no time, set up their five-man line out straight away. Great height. Ball goes to the front. Lost forward, however. Valley loses the handle on a rather unsympathetic delivery from the top of the lineup. Jordan Talbot waits to feed the C-dub scrum. Scrum right on halfway on the 15-meter hash mark. Castaway Wanderers back line all loaded to the right side of the field, with the exception of Evan Tarrant lurking on that left wing. Quick ball available. Matt Klimchuk gets over the line. Commits two defenders. Hoffman looks for an inside runner. Driven backwards in the tackle by the Barbarians. Still on the ball, CW. Quick pick and go. Toby Wu. Toby Wu, neutral collision there. Big contest in these carries. Hoffman changes the direction of attack. Tries to shake himself out of a tackle. Lays it back for Talbot. Talbot finds a streaking Dave Mallard. Dave Mallard put down well. Evan Tarrant fights his way through 2 tackles, getting back to the gain line. CW are throwing everything at the Barbarians here, but the defense will bend but not break. Stripped in the tackle. Laid backwards quickly. Hack down the field, stays in the field of play, however. Nick Bamford driven backwards yet again in the tackle. Tommy Sanford been all over the field, putting in shots all day on his opposite number. Toby Wu carries. Slightly isolated, but unable to lift the ball is a defender. Big right hand fend coming in. Dave Mallard. Talbot delivers, lost backwards from Hoffman. Ball turned over. Great work on the ground. Zach Oldham. Up over the halfway line. Show and go, looks for a seam, but well caught by Alex Velasco. And Hoffman and Velasco get over the ball. Holding on is the call. C-Dub end that Barbarians attack by winning a penalty. Quick chat between Velasco and Hoffman. They decide to run into the big carrier Dave Mallard's hands. Mallard shakes out a 1. Fights out of the second. It's taking 4 men to bring him down. Great carry from Dave Mallard over the halfway line. Alex Velasco does well to secure the ball. Talbot feeds Smith. Smith pulls a delayed pass out. Well snuffed out by the defense. Able to survive, Owen Smith. Offloads. That's the replacement halfback, Jordan Talbot. Talbot takes the ball into contact. Smith and Talbot working in a great tandem. Talbot! Smith! Over the line! Terrific offload up the floor from Talbot. Well picked up by Owen Smith. Try time CW, and they have answered back. 17-5 with the conversion to come.
Try for Castaway number 7, Owen Smith.
Good work, CW forward!
Marshall Stove getting onto the field. Conversion from right out in front. Makes no mistake.
The conversion is good, and the score is now 17-7 for Vancouver Barbarians.
well inside the CW half. Valet having a word with his fly half, Caleb Chambers. Barbarians overload left-hand side. Knocked down by a CW defender, and that's going to be a yellow card. Clear attacking opportunity, slapped down by a CW defender. He'll spend 7 minutes in the bin for the intentional slap down. Spencer Hoffman, big loss for the next 7 minutes. He's been orchestrating the attack and organizing the defense very well for the CW team this evening. And again, the Barbarians elect to take a crack at the post. 3 points on offer here if this should sail over. Again, uncharacteristic of a Barbarians team, but it's a final, folks. Take the points when they're on offer.
Get that ball back, CW!
The score is now 20-7 for the Barbarians.
20 points to 7 is the score now. Still time for CW, but they're going to have to start chipping into that Barbarians lead. Discipline will be key, as Sanford's already demonstrated that he can put them over 30 from 40 on the angle. Points are points, and CW need to hit back. Here's Jones. In support, just brought down. Sanford, 6 meters out. Quick ball available, and the numbers tell the story. 3 on the left edge, dry Vancouver Barbarians, 25 points to 7, conversion to come. Slightly more difficult conversion for Sanford this time.
Another try for the Vancouver Barbarians. The score is now 25-7, conversion to come.
This to set up a 20-point deficit. 20 minutes to play. CW will look to hit back as quick as possible. Still with 14 men for another 5 minutes, pardon me. 7-minute bins in the short form of the game at age grade record. Once Spenny Hoffman gets back on the field, they'll be looking to inject his pace and skills back into the CW attack. It's up and it's over. Tommy Sanford.
Conversion successful. The score is now 27-7 for the Vancouver Barbarians.
Jordan Talbot taking over the kicking duties, just as Carson Phillips takes his lead. Right turn foot. Valet. In the form of Zach Oldham. Oldham. Well ripped. Alex Velasco all over that ball. Barbarians have to scramble quickly in defense. CW on the front foot. Toby Wu, another one of his trademark pick and goes, right through the center of the defense. Velasco shakes off one tackle. He's taking 3 men to bring down the center. Getting the ball to ground. Gets the ball away. What a step up the left foot. 1 meter out. Fights to stay in field. Penalty advantage being played. High shot coming in from the Barbarians. CW waste no time. Quick tap. 5 meters out. They're over the line. They just need to get the ball down. CW laid back on their side. Time off as referee Front goes to consult with assistant referee Cole Petrick. They were definitely over the line for a phase. We're just checking to see if the ball was grounded over the line, held up, or if it was short. No try. There was out short on the line, crawling forward. Penalty against CW. Holding on is the call. Barbarians survive.
Come on, CW!
Time back on. Barbarians look to clear their lines. An excellent, ambitious touch finder right near halfway, peeling off 45 meters for his team is Tommy Sanford. Barbarians to throw in 3 meters inside their own half. They go quickly to the front again. Jones standing at first receiver. Back to Jones. Excellent rip on the tackle by Klimchuk on his opposite number. Penalty against the Barbarians. Looks to be a high shot put in by the defender. Referee having a quick word with the assistant referee, deciding whether or not the incident off the ball needed to be addressed. Tensions do run high occasionally in finals of this magnitude for these young men. Eventually cooler heads prevail. So the high tackle was put in by the Barbarians, and then a reactionary tackle after the whistle gives the penalty straight back to the Barbarians. Matt Klimchuk has been penalized, and now his side is going to have to recover the ball in their own half. Barbarians throw 30 meters from the line. Wasting no time, they go to the front. Valet hits Jones at first receiver. Jones steps out of one. Lays back quickly for Valet. Valet finds Chambers. Chambers, kick ahead. A lot to deal with. He's collected that in the field of play. By the looks of it, 5 meter scrum, Barbarians. Very difficult play for Nick Bamford. Having to weigh out his options between possibly conceding a try and carrying the ball over his own line. He did the safe thing, but unfortunately has given the ball straight back to the Barbarians on the 5 meter line. Filippo Valle barking out orders to his backline teammates. Lewis Jones, hands on hips, having a look left and right, seeing where the space is. Lurking near the 5-meter line. This is his bread and butter. Brendan Tatalius, the captain, looking to get off the scrum quickly. Out to the left-hand side, exploiting that extra man. Inside ball, 1 meter out, the Barbarians. Patient from the bases, Valet. Valet finds Oldham. Over the line, Zachary Oldham. Try time, Barbarians. 13 minutes to go.
Try by the Vancouver Barbarians. The score is now 32-7. Version come.
Well, 32-7, looking a bit insurmountable at this point. CW not hanging their heads. They're looking back, talking about what's the next call, what are they going to do on the restart. They need to get the ball back, and they need points on the board soon. Sanford, 5 meters from the touchline. It's been very good from the team today. One last look at the Bulls. Conversion's on its way. Just pushed out across the face of goal. Score remains 32-7.
The conversion is unsuccessful. Again, the score is 32-7.
A couple replacements come on the field. Time off, says referee Froome. An excellent shift put in by C-Dub's number 4, Toby Wu. Leaves the field. Gets a word of encouragement from his coach. Big shift yet again put in by the big second row. Time back on. Talbot looks to put up a contestable kick and does. Big tackle coming in from Klimchuk. Barbarians hang on. Lewis Jones shaking off tacklers like ragdolls. Lewis Jones, as he's been doing all day. Valet looking for his centers. Bit of space on the left side. Just stepping on the touchline. Well, an opportunity with just over 10 minutes to go for CW to get back into this game. Attacking line out near the halfway line. Lots of space to work with. Mixing up the line-out options a little bit. The primary option has been the 3-3 split, 6-man line-out. They look to be going to their second option, the 4-man combination. No lift, ball goes to the front, catches the Barbarians napping. Well over the gain line or CW. Tries to find some space around the edge. He may have got himself isolated. Turnover, Vancouver Barbarians. Well, that's been the story of the night. Every time CW have find themselves in an attacking position, the Barbarians have managed to sniff out a turnover, force an error, and here they are back on the attack in the form of Tommy Sanford, showing the big right-hand fend. Valet goes around the edge. Big step put in by Andrew Cooper. Gets across halfway. Charge down from CW. Under a bit of pressure now is Valet. He's by himself, his teammates in front. CW gets to the ball quickly. Big contest on the ground, but Barbarians just survive inside their own 22. Setting up for a box kick. Valet finds the safety of touch. It's been a long day for both these teams. Watching earlier games and here playing in the final game of the day. Cramps setting in. And let's not forget, we're into the month of December. These boys have been playing rugby since September with their club, many of whom playing with their province, and before that, playing with their school. Lots of rugby on offer year-round here in British Columbia.
Heads up, TW!
BC Rugby would like to take this opportunity to remind junior and mini members that tickets can be purchased to the HSBC Canada Sevens on March 7th and 8th. This unique promotion offers general admission tournament passes for only $67. Don't delay. This is a first come, first serve offer expiring on December 31st, or as inventory lasts. So why not treat the family to a really Christmas present? Secure some tickets to the greatest sporting show in all of Canada. We're back. CW managed to scramble possession. However, they've turned it over on the halfway line. Lewis Jones wreaking havoc in the defense once again. Late to the party, Valet still manages to find his first receiver. That's Caleb Chambers up to the gain line. Valet finding Stetzel. Big fend from the right hand, just losing the ball forward. Zach Oldham lurking in behind that line break. The pass not going to hand. CW have an opportunity to clear their lines. 7 minutes to play. It has been a competitive campaign in the under-19s for both these teams. CW having the rub of the green against most of their opposition, losing only to the Salish She Warriors. Vancouver Barbarians almost running the table, but coming up short against a very strong Kamloops Kelowna team. Waiting for one final substitution to come in for the Vancouver Barbarians. Daniel Lynn enters the game. Six minutes to go. The bodies are tired. Space should open up for both teams here. Klimchuk, big carry. Gets himself a bit isolated, but CW managed to hang on. Cutting back into the fray is Thomas Foote. Held up brilliantly in the tackle, however. Right in the middle of that is Tommy Sanford, right under the shoulders. Referee Froon blows his whistle. Unplayable, brought in by CW at the maul. Scrum throw in to the Barbarians. Barbarians managing another substitution. Valet to feed the scrum. 38 meters right in front of the post. Options right and left for the Barbarians. 2 on the right side. 4 loaded up on the left side. Big blind to defend. They go to the open side. Clever little chip kick put in by Tommy Sanford. Collected under pressure, however, by Nick Bamford. A lot to deal with. CW do well to get back and hang on to possession. Another excellent job holding up the ball carrier. CW need to get the ball to ground or else risk losing a turnover. And the referee blows his whistle. Scrum, Barbarians, ball held up. It's definitely a tactic that I think Coach Zuck and Coach Lemkis have been working with the team. We see routinely that second and third defender in the picture targeting that armpit area, turning the ball carrier away from their support and pinning their arms so that they stay on their feet and can't get the ball to the ground. Barbarians with yet another opportunity to attack deep inside the CW half. Scrum being set right on the left-hand side on the 5-meter line. 15 meters or so from the CW line. Valet feeds, looks back, pulls a beautiful ball back to Clovier. Valet changes the direction of attack. Barbarians showing a few different options here, asking questions of the defense. 6 meters out. Ball comes back quickly. Valet finds a short man on the unders line. Big line speed coming in from CW, not quite starting from an onside position. Penalty advantage Barbarians. They'll look to do something here with this opportunity, and he won't need to do much else but put the ball down. That's Tommy Sanford. Try Barbarians. 2 minutes to go, bringing us to 37 to 7.
Barbarians. Score is now 37-7 with the conversion to come.
And one final thank you to our Pacific Pride athletes who have joined us all day today, retrieving balls, keeping score, keeping time on the PA mic. It's great to see them out here supporting the next generation of athletes coming through. Congratulations to Jamie Cudmore's men for showing what the rugby community is all about. Sanford once again lines it up just to the right of the post. Easy as you like, knocks it over. Barbarians 39, Castaway Wanderers 7. Well, 1 minute to play here. CW running up to the line, heads aren't down. They're looking to punch one in. They want to finish 2019 off on a high. These young men have all to prove. Excellent character and grit showed by the men from Oak Bay. Kick fielded just outside the 22 by Zach Oldham. Zach Oldham's had a day. He's been everywhere. Valet. Looks for Vinay Shib. Stripped in the tackle. That's Gavin Coggle. Gavin Coggle, long placement. Jurakovic looks for some forward runners, looking to put some pace on these phases, get the defense moving backwards, identify the holes, exploit the opportunities. And there's Klimchuk. Klimchuk on quickly to Dave Mallard. Dave Mallard fighting to get to the ground. He does so. Barbarians not committing many numbers to the breakdown, quite happy to defend. CW searching for seams. And there's Klimchuk, another big run, taking 3 defenders to take him down. Jurikovic, ball's available quickly. Finding Stove. Jurikovic there again. Looks left, goes right. CW working the phases. Nice offload off the floor. They've crossed the 22, looking to finish this game on. Clock's in the red. And just lost on the floor. That will be the end of the CW attack. Desperately, the ball is kicked away. Referee Fern says there's time for one more scrum. One more opportunity for the teams to have another crack at crossing the whitewash. Well, regardless of the period of the game it's been, both teams have shown great intent, using the width of the field, trying new things, throwing offloads, using the chip kick when it's on, and making big tackles in defense. Ball comes back for Valley, waits patiently. Barb's happy just to pound it straight back up the field. Nick Bamford collects. Shakes off one. Taking it halfway. Big counter ruck coming in. CW managed to hang on. Across halfway now. Finds a half gap. Just inside the A defender, Thomas Foote. Apologies, Owen Smith. But Smith gets himself isolated. Holding on is the call. Penalty to the Barbarians. Not done yet. The Barbarians are looking for touch. They want to mount up another attack. Their platform will start 35 meters from the CW line. Well into the red now. Barbarians come with their 5-man lineup. Lewis Jones lurking in that first receiver position, the big number 8. Decides to pass this time. Chip kick put in by Sanford. Valley gets the bounce, beats one. He's got the line in front of him. Just caught by a desperate covering tackle. That was Isaac Olsen. The game's not over. Defending the line like it's minute one. And Valley deciding to give his kicker, why not? Tommy Sanford's been unbelievable from the tee today. Another shot at goal. Sanford asking the referee if that will do it for the game after the kick. T comes out on the field. Sanford bringing the ball back to the more favorable angle. Right near the 15 and 22 meter lines on the right side of the field. Sanford with his simple run-up routine. Has a look at the post. Drops the shoulders back. Head down, through the ball. It's over. Full time. Barbarians 42, Castaway Wanderers 7, and the Vancouver Barbarians are on their way to an under-19 title. Time for one last restart, one last opportunity for C-Dub to get their hands on the pill, one last opportunity to cross the line and end 2019 on a high. Restarts bobbled, regathered by CW. Tatalius, the captain, securing possession for his side. Sniping run for Jurikovic, unable to find the seam. And again, Tatalius putting the team on his back, getting over the gain line. Gets himself a bit isolated though. Holding on is the call. Penalty to the Vancouver Barbarians. Lewis Jones taps the ball, says that's enough. And for 2019 under-19 provincial club champions are the Vancouver Barbarians. Congratulations to both teams. Great effort put in by the Castaway Wanderers. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. All three of our finals. Congratulations once again to all 6 teams involved, and once again thank you to the Pacific Pride players for making this all possible.